Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese. Chinese pot, Chinese pot, Chinese pot. That's the way to learn Chinese.
Great teachers in your pocket, excellent resources on the website. Learn Mandarin with Chinese Pod. Hello and welcome to Chinese Pod. We come to you from Shanghai, China. We bring you lessons in spoken Mandarin. Now, today's lesson is something a little bit different than in the past because we have an ever greater number of newbies, absolute beginners, I believe, in the Chinese language. People who perhaps have never really even heard Chinese before.
We welcome you with open arms.
We absolutely do. Now, so what we're going to go back today is we're going to go back to absolute basic stuff. If you haven't ever really heard Chinese before, you want to get some very simple sentences and very basic sounds. That's what we're going to do today. And we'll give you a couple of tips on how you should mobilize if you are right at the beginning and you think you'd like to approach Mandarin. Now, my name is Ken Carroll. And I'm joined by...
Hi, I'm Jenny.
Good. Now, I think what we could do, Jenny, is we could listen to our very simple, very short dialogue, perhaps 3 times, and then we'll come back for our newbies, and we'll go into some detail and tell them more about it.
Yeah. Dialogue. First time. 早上好。
Hey. 你好吗？
我很好，谢谢。Second time. 早上好。
嘿，你好吗？
我很好，谢谢。Third time. 早上好。
嘿，你好吗？
我很好，谢谢。That was refreshingly short.
Very easy stuff today. But as we said, I want to concentrate on the sounds today. Very, very simple. Now, the first sentence was...
早上好.
Now, the meaning here is good morning, essentially.
Yeah.
Right? So you see somebody, you want to say good morning. Once again, you say...
早上好.
Now,
早上好.
Good. Now let's break this down a little bit. I want to look at from the backwards build up. So 早上好. Now the word 好
means good.
Good. So again, could you give it 2 or 3 times, please? That word.
好. 好. And that's the third tone.
Good.
And of course, we need to explain a bit more on the tones.
In Mandarin, there are 4 tones. The tone that you choose impacts the meaning. In fact, it changes totally the meaning of the word. Now, there are some lessons on tones if you want to go and have a look at those in a while. For now, don't worry too much about tones. People get scared off by tones. They're not that difficult. But in this case, so listen to the sound. So this is the 3rd tone, and Jenny will do it for you again.
好. 好.
Great. Now, let's look at the other part. So it was 早上好. Could you tell us about this 早上, please?
早上 means morning.
Morning.
早上好. Very simple, means good morning. Yeah.
So you have morning good, literally. Right? 早上. Now the word 早, as in the 3rd tone, actually means early, doesn't it?
Yes, 早 means early, and 早上 means morning.
Morning, great. So 早 meaning early, 早上 meaning morning, and 早上好 meaning
good morning.
Good morning. So maybe we could practice it. You could say it to me, and I could repeat it to you.
Okay. 早. 早. Early.
早上好
Okay. 早上好.
早上好
Yeah, I actually realized a lot of times we just say
Say
早. Yeah,
That's
and that
perfectly okay.
equals to 早上好.
That's right. It's more common for people to say 早.
早, yeah.
The literal meaning is early. But the connotation, of course, is good morning. So let's try that. You say it one time to me, 早 and 早上好, and I'll answer.
早.
早.
早上好.
早上好. Now there you got it. You got your first sentence in Mandarin right
Yeah.
there. You know. Good. Now we have another very basic sentence that we want to look at, and that is
Hi, 你好吗?你好吗?
okay. Now hi is it's just a
A transliteration of hi.
English.
Yeah.
Hi, yeah. And 你好吗?
Using that same key word 好.
好. Which means good.
Yeah.
Right? Remember the first sentence we said, 早上好, which meaning morning, good.
Yeah.
Now in this case, 你好吗? Now the 你 means
You.
you. 你好, you, literally, you good.
Good. Yeah.
A lot of students of Chinese Pod tell us while they love to speak and listen to Mandarin, they are a bit intimidated to learn how to read and write in it because of the complexity of Chinese characters. That's why we created the 66 characters series. Try it and see for yourself.
你好 means hello.
Hello, 你好, hello to you.
And 吗 at the end of a sentence means it's a question.
It's a question, yeah. So it's interesting that in Chinese, the way you say hello to somebody literally is, you good?
Yeah.
I wish you well, or something
Yeah, I
similar.
assume you're well.
I assume you're well, something along those lines. And you make questions in Chinese by adding
吗
ma, and that's something we look at in other lessons in much more detail. But let's hear the difference between just saying hello and asking the question, how are you?
你好.你好吗?
Great. Let's practice those. So you can say them both to me and I'll reply with the same format.
你好.
你好.
你好吗?
你好吗? Now, I probably sound like a parrot or a child who's copying his parents, but we're just giving you the examples here. So one more time. So how are you?
你好吗?
Fine. Now, you want to answer that you're
In a more intelligent or likely way.
in a more likely way, yeah. And that would be
我很好.
我很好. Now,
我
what meaning
Yeah.
I,
Yes.
me, or myself in some cases. 我很好. Now, 好 again is the third tone, and that is good.
Good. Yeah.
我 meaning me. And 很 is the third tone again, and that means
Very. Yeah.
so basically this means I'm very good. I'm perfectly okay. I'm fine. So let's hear that again, please, Jenny.
我很好.我很好.
我很好.
Yeah.
I'm really good. I'm fine. And then after that,
谢谢.
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 And 谢谢 means thank
Thanks.
you.
Yeah.
Now, very basic stuff, but I do think we could go through it. Let's listen to that dialogue actually one more time, and then we'll go through it again one more time.
早上好.
嘿，你好吗？
我很好.谢谢.
Now, the key words we had today were the word for good.
好. 好.
Now, and good is used in many, many ways, as it is in English, in
Yeah.
fact. For example, to say good morning.
早上好. 早上好.
Great. It's also used to ask the question, how are you?
你好吗? 你好吗?
Then we use it to say, I'm fine.
我很好. 我很好.
Good. Now, there's one more expression. It was very simple, the word to say thank you.
谢谢. 谢谢.
Excellent. Now, so that was our absolute beginner's lesson there to give you the sounds. Hope it was useful. I'll just give you one or two little tips. If you're approaching the study of Mandarin, what you need to do first is just listen to the sounds.
Yeah,
now,
it's so important. It's much easier to listen to the sound and get the rhythm of the language rather than remembering each tone.
And don't approach it too analytically at this stage. I say, don't always look, why is this and why is that and why is that and why is that?
It's not doing math.
It's not math. Language isn't math. And quite often, language is completely arbitrary. There are conventions. There's more than rules, in fact.
Yes.
So what you just listen to the way that people speak. Listen to the way that they put words, basic words together. Get used to those sounds. Listen as much as you can. Don't worry about production. Don't worry about actually producing sentences right now. Sure, you can practice stuff like 你好吗, but to generate communication and stuff like that, that's going to take a little while. So listen as much as you can. Take notes. Use some kinds of mnemonics. We've given you some ideas here about how to say good morning and stuff. And take some time to listen as much as you can. Get the sounds. And over the weeks, then you can start you'll start to piece it. Your brain will start to put this stuff together. If you're receiving the input, if you're listening here to Chinese Pod, your brain will start to store that stuff. And as the weeks progress, we'll show you how you can sort of access that and eventually to sort of to start using it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, I hope that was a useful lesson for absolute beginners. It was your first time to touch Chinese.
Yeah, a very big and warm welcome again.
Absolutely, and we hope you enjoyed the lesson. We'll be back with more lessons. In fact, we have all sorts of levels here. If you're looking for something more challenging, you'll find it on ChinesePod.com. For now, however, it's time for us to end our lesson in absolute beginner's Chinese. And we'll see you again tomorrow.
再见.
再见.
At ChinesePod, we know what happens if you don't get your way.
People die!
Which is why we give you what you ask for. So if there's something that you'd like, visit the website and ask us.
Hello, this is John from Hastings, and I was just wondering if you could do a show on exchanging mobile phone numbers.
请问你有没有手机?
Could I ask if you have a mobile phone?
Hi, this is May from New Zealand. I'd like to request a show on finding an apartment. That'd be great. Thanks.
Today we're going to talk about apartments, looking for apartments and finding apartments and so on.
Hi, this is James from Savannah. Any chance of getting Jenny's phone number?
Visit the website ChinesePod.com and let us know. ChinesePod, where you can always get what you want.
As usual, ChinesePod provides an extensive selection of learning materials for this lesson on its website, www.chinesepod.com. You can access this lesson directly with the lesson number 0142. So just go to www.chinesepod.com/0142 and you will find a transcript, vocabulary, and much more. The link again, www.chinesepod.com/0142.